today, if you are struggling to make it work in your business and you feel like you've got to make this work or you have no other options, this is going to be a great training for you. My name is Heather Quisel. I help people like you, coaches, leaders, business owners, executives, get the mental clarity needed to show up, do the work, and get real results in their business. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be training you on this idea. So hold tight with me because this is going to be hot, heavy, and fast. If you're a note taker, definitely get some notes and let's dive into this. I hear so often people say, I have to make this work. If this doesn't work, I have no other options. And it can be frustrating if this is you, you're in business and you feel like or have felt like I have to make this work. Everything is riding on my shoulders. I'm going to give you 4 steps, if you will. It's really 4 beliefs, 4 actions that are going to help you navigate this space because I totally get it. There are going to be times when you start to feel the weight, the gravity of the responsibility you have, because at the end of the day, your business, your goals, they're all on you. Of course, they're all on you. Guys, we can hire the best coaches. You can have the best mentors, but at the end of the day, your success fully rides on you. Not what your spouse says, not what your friends say, not the opinions or even the guidance of some of the most successful people. Your success is all about you. And there's ways that we can navigate this. And I really believe in mindset. You know this about me. What we think we achieve, right? When we believe in an achievement, we do it. When we doubt and constantly are fearful of, we tend to be holding back, right? And a lot of times it's that belief system that is the only thing that gets in your way of achieving the goal, the thing, the promotion, the pay raise, right? So here's the thing. Tony Robbins has this great quote, and I'm going to read it here for you. He says, in life, you either need inspiration or desperation. Think about that. We need inspiration or desperation. The only way to really make stuff happen, like when you make this decision, you hop on that pony, you ride it, and you decide it's done. It's either because you've been wildly inspired or you are in desperate times. You've hit your zero. Rock bottom's going to be different for everybody, but your zero, it's like that I've had it. I can't take any more of this. I'm not settling for this any longer. It's time for me to go, to move, right? So we've got to have one or the other, sometimes both. But here's the problem, and here's the first thought. Here's the first piece of succeeding when it's all on your shoulders. We have to understand, guys, most people are just too comfortable. At the end of the day, most people are too comfortable. So in life, you either need inspiration or desperation. Most people don't move. Most people don't make radical changes because they're just too comfortable. Now, I've been in network marketing for almost 10 years. I've been coaching, training, leading women and individuals in the new to business space for years. And one of the things I see all the time is I'm going to take on the growth of a new business. This is what other people do. Many people do, too many. And if this is you, I want you to hear this clearly. I'm going to take on this new business. I want to grow 6 figures. I want to be super successful. I want to walk the stage next year. I want that big promotion. I want the shiny title. But I don't want to change the way my house flows. I don't want to change the way I spend my time. I still want to watch The Bachelor, each week. I don't want to change the way I operate my home. I want to bring this in. I want to completely change my life, but I really don't want to change anything in my life to make it happen. Most people are too comfortable. And to actually make progress, to actually move, to actually make big changes in your life, you need inspiration or desperation. And most people think they're at that low point. They think they're at that zero. Everything's riding on me. I've got to do it. It's now or never. But if you're battling the comfort, we're not going to go anywhere. So I want you to really check yourself today and ask yourself if you are too comfortable. if you're too comfortable. I can't tell you how many times I have heard a woman tell me, I'm going to make this business succeed because I'm going to retire my husband. But they don't retire their husband. Why? Too comfortable. He's getting paid. He's getting paid. We're still driving the cars, paying the bills. It's not that much. The comfort is too great to overcome to make that change. So that's the first thing. We got to battle the comfort. The other thing, when you feel like all success is on your shoulders, okay, you have to actually want to fail, okay? You have to actually want to fail, and follow me with this. Number one, failure is the way that we learn, okay? And people are so afraid of failure that they're actually not moving forward. Now, hold on for a second, because I'm going to flip this script on you super, super fast. The failure, you have to want to fail, because otherwise that fear of failure, what does it do? It keeps you in the comfort zone. Keeps you right there. I'm comfortable, I'm safe. Nobody's seeing me fail. Nobody's judging me. Nobody's criticizing me. So let's just stay right here. You have to have a desire to get out there, create change, create movement. You have to want to fail. And here's where I'm going to flip that script. You also have to be incredibly afraid to fail. If it's really riding on your shoulders and you got to succeed, or there's no other option for you, I'll tell you, my late husband used to always say, like, you got to be afraid of something. You got to be afraid to fail. You got to be afraid of other people outdoing you. You got to be afraid of judgment and criticism. It's what drives you. And so however you want to look at that coin of failure, it really doesn't matter. One of those is going to trip your trigger. But at the end of the day, be really afraid to not succeed. Be really afraid at the big level of not succeeding, of not making change, of not becoming somebody. That should drive you more than anything. But on the day-to-day, like I failed that post, that Facebook Live was a flop, who the heck cares? Every little failure like that teaches you something that makes you more stronger, more knowledgeable, more experienced moving forward. But the big stuff, shoot. Be really afraid of becoming nobody. Be really afraid of not making yourself somebody. Be very afraid of never impacting somebody. Let that drive you, okay? So when you feel like everything's riding on your success, number one, you gotta get uncomfortable. Number two, be afraid of big success. Don't be afraid of the little stuff. And number three, you gotta become relevant. So stick with me on this one, because I think this is a component that a lot of people completely miss. They don't even understand this. So I'm going to break this down for you. Being relevant means that you have created something, or you do something, you offer something that other people can't get anywhere else. So that may be your voice, your perspective, your experience. It might be your product. But many of you are offering the exact same products as thousands and thousands of other people. Real estate agents, they're everywhere. Network marketers, they're everywhere. We're all selling very similar things. But what makes one person relevant and the other not? Visibility. You got to be seen. You have to have eyeballs on you, on your content, and on your results. And if you don't have results, you're completely irrelevant. We have to have results. Number one, in the products you sell. Number two, in the services that you provide. And number three, in the results that you get for other people. So the more you do, this is impact, guys, high impact, high income. The more you do for other people, the more results you get for other people. The more results you get for other people, the more impact. This all increases your relevancy. What makes you relevant versus somebody else? Do people want to see you? Do they want to follow you? Do they care what you're doing? Do they feel cared for? Are you building a community? Does what you provide actually work? Okay, you got to build relevancy. You can't go from 0 to 6 figures by skipping over the relevancy. You can't skip over the visibility. You have to be known, you have to be seen, and you have to create work that creates change for other people. That's relevancy. And the fourth thing that I want to talk about is when everything is riding on your shoulders, you got to make it work, or there are no other options. It's all on you. You got to hit the high octane mode. And if you've been following me, you understand that, like, this is a high level of operating that you cannot sustain forever. But high octane, it's kind of like you got to hit the emergency button. This is an emergency. If it's really all on your shoulders, it's now or never, it's this or nothing, then you got to hit the all in situation. That means you've got to kick it up and you've got to hit it hard. Things are going to be out of balance. The laundry's going to pile up. Dishes are going to pile up. Your kids might read to themselves at bedtime. You've got to make what we call sacrifices. You can soften that word by calling it exchanges, but whatever that is, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? So if you are feeling it's now or never, it's all on me, I've got to make this work, then freaking make it work at whatever cost, okay? Here's the thing. I was having breakfast this morning. Some of you may know my friend Christy, Code Reg, super successful in the weight loss industry. And we were talking about where she is in her business. And she's like, I am in that space of business where it's 16-hour days. I am all in. There's no rest. And I'm letting other things go. I'm spending less time with my spouse. I'm spending less time at the cabin. I'm spending less time working out. She said, but I know this is a short window of time for me to grow this where I want it to be. And that's what it sounds like. No, if you don't have these big, audacious goals, if you don't have even these big goals of where you want to be, if there's no urgency there, we can stay comfortable. We can stay afraid. We can, go at a slower pace, seek balance and everything. But when things are truly riding on you, and or when you are ready to make this go and make it go hard and fast, then we go. We let go of the comfort zone. We do the hard things. We let ourselves be actually afraid to fail on a big, grand scale, but also be willing to take risks, right? You have to be seen. You have to be relevant. And at the end of the day, hit it hard. Hit that high octane mode and let's see what you've got. Let's see what you got. Chances are you are capable of so much more than you've ever imagined, but it does take focus. And the focus doesn't even have to be details. But if we're focused on the big things, taking risks, being all in, working on relevancy, visibility, guys, this is where big stuff starts to happen. I believe in you. You're in the right place for that.